The title of this incident is Dr. Benjamin. This is being recorded September 28th, 2020. I'm Jack Lynch. I was known as Cletus, a senior counselor. It involves Mike Moore, whose camp name was Mouse. He was a visiting junior counselor at the time. Bob Jensen, known as Bass, a senior counselor that worked with me. Brian Drysdale. His camp name was Gallup. He was the head cook. And David Messick. He didn't have a camp name, but he was a cook in the kitchen. This took place fall 1975 at Howard Outdoor School Camp. All these guys were connected one way or another, either through Clackamas Latchkey Outdoor School as counselors or Kiwanis Camp as counselors. We'd had interactions and friendships long before this particular time at Camp Howard. I made another discovery at the time. The camp cook staff are really not noticed or known by junior counselors. It seems strange, but when you think of it, though, it makes sense. Sixth graders are the ones that go to the window and bring the food to the table and return the partially eaten platters of food or leftovers, and they get and return eating utensils. They see the cook staff probably the most. Yeah, senior staff see them too. They'll go in there to get some cookies or just to chat for a second, but sixth graders see them. The junior counselors, not so much. About mid-session that fall, Gallup, Bass, Mouse, Dave Messick, and I were having a chat one night at a table in the dining hall. Campfire was over, the students were in bed, and we were just hanging out in the dining hall, drinking coffee, eating used desserts, joking, meetings, or just watching JCs goof around and have fun. A note on that guy named Dave Messick. He didn't have a camp name, and he was quiet. Didn't have a name badge or name tag or anything. He's a good observer. He was a good listener, and he could be mistaken as the straight man. He had a quiet sense of humor, and he looked older than he really was. Tuesday night, one of the boy JCs noticed him. Noticed that he'd been out there sitting at the table talking with us nightly. The JC didn't make the connection between Dave and the kitchen. At the following senior counselor, junior counselor meeting, the next early evening, we were asked, "Who is that man?" Instead of coming clean, the JC boys were told, "Oh, he's Dr. Benjamin. He's a psychiatrist." Follow-up question was, "What's he here for every night?" Then the answer was pretty simple. Dr. Benjamin is here observing and examining junior counselor staff concerning deviance and behavioral exceptions. We're having a screening. The JC boys got kind of strange looks on their faces. Kind of quiet, no more questions. After that meeting, we got with Dave Messick really quick and let him know that his new name was Dr. Benjamin and what he was expected to do. And that, yes, he was a PhD in wink and nod. That evening, for our relaxing time up in the dining hall after campfire, I'd send one JC boy at a time to go speak with Dr. Benjamin. No big questions, not a lot of questions, just enough exposure to make the JC squirm. That was Wednesday night, and we could only guess and chuckle how much distraction this caused. All you had to do at that point was give a JC the look, and the squirm would begin. This was short-lived. The following evening's dinner was Thursday night, and it included a cook's parade. When the cook staff came out, there was Dr. Benjamin, dressed up like a cook, big stainless steel salad bowl in one hand, and a serving spoon in the other, beating on the salad bowl. What a shock. The jig was up. Later that evening, the Boy JC meeting, Dr. Benjamin showed up. He wanted to be there and enjoy some of the gullibles that were being served up. We also referred to Dave Messick as Dr. Benjamin on week 7 and week 8. But the effect wasn't near as good as it was week 6. The word was out. And the name Dr. Benjamin sort of stuck with David Messick. After his time with outdoor school was over, for years and years afterwards, when we'd all be together, having fun, having a beer or whatever, we would refer to him as Dr. Benjamin, and it wasn't a joke. It was more in respect for the way that he handled himself and pulled this prank off.